I was having a tough time finding turn legs for an upcoming project. Now, as much as I'd love to do it myself, I don't have a lathe, nor do I know how to use a lathe. I'd really like to learn one day how to use one, but after doing some searching, I found Wood Turners Incorporated out of Rockwood, Ontario, Canada, to do some oak ones for an upcoming project for me. They look really good. I just need to do a bit of fine tuning and some sanding, and they'll be perfect. Back to the current project I'm working on. I've got some cleanup to do before getting to this back of the sign I'm working on. Unfortunately, there are a couple of flaws that I didn't see before I got to this point that are going to be a pain. Okay, so here are the two things that I didn't see until planing the oak. This spot here looks really bad, and I can't have this part of the finished product. And this one too, a crack that runs about 6 inches down the board. I think I'm done for the day. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and work on it. So even though it was kind of frustrating finding these couple of spots on this piece of oak, I did come back into the workshop last night off camera and fixed it. To fix the main defect, I ripped the board in half and then flipped it around and glued it back together. And for the crack, I just put some glue in it and clamped it. And now we're back in business today. The sign is going to be hung up using keyhole slots. Now for this, I need to set up my assembly table to hold the sign down while I attach my keyhole jig to it. By no means is this jig pretty, but you do need something like it to cut these out. The customer wants this sign to be 2 stains, a darker one for the back and a lighter one for the letters. Since it is for the outside, it'll have to be protected, so I'm going to add some coats of outdoor protector after I adhere the letters to the boards. The colors that I'm using, Jacobin for the back and Natural for the letters, both are made by Minwax. In addition to the name on the sign, it's going to have the map coordinates of it on it. My intention is to paint the letters black. Now to do that, I was going to use something I've done in the past, this adhesive covering tape. So I put it on the wood, and when the CNC cuts the letters out, it leaves the tape around the letters so that I can paint inside the letters and not bleed. That's not exactly what happened here. Now time to add the letters to the sign. First, I laid everything out. Oh yeah, I added some of this tape to the back of my square so it wouldn't scratch the finish on my backboard. To get the letters to stick, I just used some CA glue and they're on there. I really wanted to do a vlog and not hide things and show how I worked through them. Well, here's the second time in this episode. I had some massive bleed out with this black paint. Usually the transfer tape works well and keeps it in check, but not this time. Unfortunately, I can't sand any of the bleed out because I used plywood on my CNC to cut these out and the veneer is too thin, so now I'm going to move on to some solid maple and fill the letters with black epoxy. Alright, so that is going to wrap up vlog number 2. While I wait for the epoxy to dry in these letters, I'm going to start my next project. Next week, I'll pick up with the rest of the sign and then I'll show you what I'm working on.